YouTubers are telling comedians we need to be more respectful to women. Nobody has respected women more. Through art.
Yes.
Than rappers.
Not one to shy away from controversial takes and engage in the occasional feud, Andrew Schulz has become one of the biggest names in comedy. From Netflix specials to self-produced projects, Andrew has had a meteoric rise to stardom. In this video, we'll explore his luxury lifestyle, see how he's living, and get into his most recent celebrity disputes. Born and raised in New York City, Andrew discovered his passion for stand-up comedy while attending the University of California. His love for comedy, coupled with his confidence in his work, proved to be a strong guiding force en route to the millions he has earned over his career. His earnings can be attributed to his fearless humor and savvy use of digital platforms like YouTube and Patreon. Schulz launched his YouTube channel in 2009, amassing over 2.9 million subscribers to date. The channel alone brings in an estimated $600,000 annually. Additionally, the Flagrant 2 podcast he co-hosts with Akash Singh generates another $1 million per year from Patreon subscriptions alone, making it one of the highest-earning comedy podcasts in the world. Schulz has also performed shows in iconic venues such as Madison Square Garden, selling out and bringing in ticket sales of millions. He also makes a significant portion of his money through another popular podcast called The Brilliant Idiots, which he co-hosts with the popular radio host Charlemagne the God as a part of Combat Jack's Loudspeakers Network. The content includes social commentary, comedy, and current affairs. Unlike many comedians, Schulz has taken his shows to larger venues, including theaters and arenas. His ticket prices for the shows range from $40 to $60, while the VIP packages were going upwards of $1,000. His sellout performance at Madison Square Garden, with its nearly 20,000 seat capacity, pulled in millions from ticket sales alone, so you can only imagine the amount that he earned from his live touring. Schulz's Netflix special, Schulz Saves America, marked a bold career leap, combining his sharp wit and political satire. The special made headlines due to its raw content and relentless humor. However, it is not quite clear just how much of that landed directly in Schulz's pocket. After the release of his Netflix special, he decided to self-produce specials like Infamous in 2022, making him a leading name in the comedy world. It also majorly contributed to his earnings. His decision to buy back and independently release Infamous reportedly tripled his investment. He also appeared on TV shows such as Guy Code, Sneaky Pete, and Benders. He reportedly made an estimated $2 million from hosting MTV's Guy Code throughout the 5 seasons. He turned his comic presence into a successful brand, and his merchandise has been one of the mainstays of his business. His merch line often aligns with his comedy specials, podcasts, and live performances, allowing the fans to connect. Tour-specific apparel, such as t-shirts, hoodies, and hats, are also sold exclusively at shows. His website serves as the main digital store where he makes the most profit by selling his merchandise. Okay, so we've established that Andrew Schulz makes a lot of money, but where exactly does he spend it? Let's take a look. One of the largest investments was when he spent over $1 million to buy back the rights to his comedy special after Amazon. The highest bidder of his show asked him to censor some controversial material. Refusing to compromise his creative integrity, Schulz took a bold leap of faith, confident his audience would support him, and decided to buy back his special. His bold move paid off spectacularly. Schulz self-released the special on his website for $15 each. This was a massive success, wherein he made $500,000 in the first 24 hours and surpassed $1 million in less than a week, and amounting to more than 3 times his initial investment. Offstage, Andrew Schulz is a humble man and doesn't like to show off in terms of his success, fame, or his wealth. On the Joe Rogan Experience, Schulz described how he took a trip to Capri, where he observed people flaunting their wealth in ways that felt mostly performative. He described seeing yachts with names like Tommy Hilfiger boldly displayed, which he found distasteful. To him, it seemed people cared more about showing off their status than enjoying life. Schulz admitted that while he enjoys attention, he prefers earning it through his work rather than how he spends his money. He believes it is important to create a connection with his audience, not through material displays of success, success on social media, but through his work. While the star does not believe in showing off his luxurious life, there is no doubt about the fact that he likes to spend his hard-earned money and still enjoy the finer things in life. As Andrew's career skyrocketed, constant travel between California and New York became increasingly tiresome. While the star is very subtle about his investments and properties, it is believed that he now owns properties in both California and Manhattan, which he shares with his wife, Emma Turner. The exact size and details of the house are not known, but given the average price of $1,520 per square foot in New York City and $967 per square foot in Santa Barbara, the property surely must have come at a hefty cost. Other than his house, the comedian also invested a large sum of money on his studios, where he can record his podcasts. His creative space, named The Embassy, is a huge loft-style studio in New York. The space features huge windows that let in plenty of natural light. The inside of the loft is separated into several areas: a spacious living area, a stage, and 2 separate podcast studios, one for Flagrant 2 and the other for his other podcast projects. To ensure the best sound for his shows, the studio features carefully installed customized acoustic panels throughout the space. These panels are designed to control sound quality and prevent any echo or interference while recording. Besides that, custom-built furniture provides both functional elements and serves as a visually striking backdrop to give each studio its own vibe. With Andrew's growth and career, his love for watches grew too. Probably the most expensive piece he has is the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, which runs for about $87,000. The Audemars Piguet Royal Oak has an octagonal bezel, a pretty unique choice. The dial of the watch consists of the signature tapisserie pattern, but arguably the most favorite watch that Andrew has been spotted time and time again wearing is his Vacheron Constantin 222 Historic. Priced at just over $75,000, this watch features an integrated bracelet with a stainless steel dial. The dial also consists of a date display at 3 o'clock. He showed another favorite watch of his on an episode of the Brilliant Idiots podcast. The watch was given to him by his good friend and fellow podcaster, Joe Rogan.
I saw Joe Rogan give you the goddamn rollie,
son. Joe went for it, bro.
I'll let you see it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold up, man.
Bro, he handed me the box, and I knew what it was, but I didn't want to be presumptuous because it was wrapped. Yeah. So I was like, all right, thank you so much.
It's a Rolex Daytona 116500LN and has an estimated retail price of about $30,000. The more wealth Andrew Schulz made, the better his taste for classic cars got. Andrew Schulz is also known for his love for one-of-a-kind classic cars, and among his prized possessions is a 1957 Porsche Speedster. But here's the catch: it's not an actual Porsche. This particular Speedster was specifically custom-made from a 1976 Volkswagen Beetle that was then carved and transformed into the likeness of the famous 1957 Porsche Speedster.
Yeah, you don't like cars.
Well, no, I like this fake Porsche. I have a 1957 Speedster.
Okay.
But it's a 1976 Beetle that has been carved and chopped into a Speedster.
Oh, wow.
And it's beautiful, but it's leaking
It's gorgeous.
oil.
While Andrew Schulz mostly keeps his cars low-key, one of them did pop up on his socials, the Ferrari 348, which showed off its sleek, open-roof convertible design. Not all luxuries are measured in monetary value. In addition to his career, Andrew Schulz is blessed with a beautiful family. He married his wife, Emma Turner, in 2021 in an intimate wedding in Montecito, California. Their relationship had been kept relatively private until Schulz announced their engagement in 2020 with a humorous twist on his podcast. Since then, in February 2024, the couple has been blessed with a child named Shiloh Jean Schulz as they start a new phase in life being parents. Emma initially pursued a career in fashion, but later switched to tech after her MBA. Schulz has been very vocal about the fact that Emma is his biggest supporter and partner in life. From the time they began dating to becoming parents, the two have continued to post about their lives. Andrew Schulz knows travel for both work and pleasure. As a comedian, he tours around the cities of the world, performing in various places. But he also takes time to enjoy new sights with his wife, Emma. They have been to places like Dubai, Istanbul, and Italy. Schulz once posted on his Instagram during a visit to Istanbul and captioned the photo, "Took a little trip to the center of the world." In an episode of his podcast, he revealed how he likes to use a helicopter to get a ride to JFK Airport instead of ordering an Uber because it would only cost $100 more.
I take a helicopter to JFK anytime I can. It's $195. Seems like I'm doing Thank you. That is crazy. Okay?
The Uber will be like 95.
Exactly. So $100 more to get there in literally 5 minutes.
But he also said in the episode that he wouldn't do this if he had to travel with his wife because paying $200 more is not a good idea when you can share the Uber. The fact that Andrew Schulz was at Paris Fashion Week just goes to show that just like every other celebrity, he also likes to treat himself to rare and exclusive experiences. One of the ways he showed his love for fashion was by joining high-profile names at Louis Vuitton Showcase during their menswear Fall/Winter 2023-2024 during the Paris Fashion Week. Schulz dressed in his beige and brown checkered trench coat and sleek black shirt and trousers underneath, blending high fashion with his charm. On the surface, it may seem like the star enjoys a happy life, with his well-earned money and a quiet, private life, but the truth is, this guy is no stranger to controversies. The biggest challenge came when Amazon Prime refused to air Andrew's comedy special, Schulz Saves America. It wouldn't air it because some of the jokes and content in the show were deemed insensitive and problematic, particularly those involving sensitive topics such as race, politics, and social issues. Following the rejection, Schulz went to his social media and podcast, speaking out on the matter. He criticized the decision Amazon made, saying the company caved to cancel culture and censorship by not airing his content. Schulz was especially upset because the material, which he said was created to inspire deep thought, was censored. He even joked that Amazon had Amazoned him, calling the refusal to release the special a form of corporate overreach. Eventually, Schulz found a way around the issue and released the special independently on his own platform via YouTube and his website, bypassing Amazon altogether. After some brief spats with the likes of fellow comedian Bill Burr and another with Lil Nas X, amongst others, Schulz was once again in the headlines after his controversial take involving a shot at Kendrick Lamar. On December 14th, during an episode of his podcast, The Brilliant Idiots, Schulz went so far as to compare the rapper to Taylor Swift. He said, "Kendrick really is the Taylor Swift of hip-hop," implying that the two artists, despite achieving so much success in the music industry, still somehow managed to portray themselves as constant victims. He went on to say no matter what he does, he's still the victim. Taylor is the biggest name in music history, yet she's a victim, whether it's her label, Scooter Braun, or her boyfriends. Kendrick's the same. Somehow, he's always the victim. Needless to say, this comment did not sit right with many of the fans. Many of them felt Schulz was glossing over Lamar's struggles. But things took an even worse turn when Schulz said something describing a hypothetical jail scenario involving the rapper. He remarked, "Kendrick's people and gang affiliates, his security, they'll kill me, destroy me. But just Kendrick, I'd make love to him." Following those comments, representatives from Lamar reached out to Charlemagne the God, one of the co-hosts of The Brilliant Idiots, to smooth things over. But neither Kendrick nor his representatives publicly addressed the controversy. Schulz doubled down on the comments though, defending his humor on social media and even trolling Meek Mill after the rapper called him out. Andrew Schulz and Kendrick Lamar's beef goes back to the speculation that Kendrick took shots at Schulz on the track Whacked Out Morals from his GNX album. In his rap, he said, "Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman," which many interpreted as a dig at Schulz, who had previously included jokes that referenced black women in his act. Andrew came through yet again by saying, "Now, technically speaking, if we're going off of grammatic English, he's saying that I can talk about black women," and mockingly added, "Listen, nobody has respected women more through art than rappers." The rise of Andrew Schulz to fame goes to show the power of creativity, risk-taking, and unfiltered opinions as in a successful Hollywood career. It is not his successes that keep him on the front page, but his approach to comedy, which is just as praised as it's relived. From clashes over censorship at Amazon to public beef with Kendrick Lamar, Schulz has made a name for himself as someone unwilling to back down. What do you think of this comedy king? Do you think comedy should not be subjected to culture? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of entertainment's most fascinating figures.